today. You are tuned into the weekly show with Irene, where we bring you news isolated just for you. I'm your host, Amata Mirza, and today is all about women empowerment. And to tell us more about women empowerment, here's the committee manager, Jana Lombard.
Hello, my name is Jana Lombard and I'm the manager of this year's Women Empowerment Committee. Women empowerment means many different things to many different people. For me, being kind to others should really be kept at the core of all these principles. Women empowerment means uplifting the women around us. I have found that it can be very empowering to rather focus on the needs of others, because ultimately, how we treat our neighbors says more about us than it says about them. To tell a quick story about a fantastic experience I had earlier this year, I started a project at the aftercare in Jamestown, that's a previously disadvantaged area close to Stellenbosch. There I ran a series of workshops with a group of young girls. I'm a fourth year art and design student, and my year project is about how storytelling can promote agency under young girls, so basically how it can be used to empower them. We read books together, we played stories, we painted, and just had a lot of fun, and they see the world through the most hopeful eyes. The biggest thing that I learned from my time with the girls was that even I have the ability to have a positive effect on those around me. And I truly believe each of us do, even though you may not think so every day. Then, I've learned to keep my eyes trained on the future. With the lockdown, it might feel as if the world is standing completely still. But it shouldn't keep us from making plans, dreaming, and working hard. I'm very excited to get back to my goals as soon as I'm able to, and I hope you enjoy our episode.
Thank you so much for that, Jana. What does women empowerment mean to you? And what have you done during this period to empower yourself? These are two questions that a few Ireners have answered, including two past prims. Cuddly and Ingrid, over to you.
First and foremost, women empowerment for me is about loving yourself, loving your sisters, and then not to walk alone, but to walk together in strength and in dignity. During this time, I keep myself empowered by focusing on joy. Joy is not determined by your circumstances, but rather in what or whom you place your hope. In what or whom do you place your hope in?
Hello, my name is Ingrid and I stayed in Irene from the beginning of 2016 until the end of 2019. To me, women empowerment is about not seeing your own voice, opinion, story, goals, things you want to achieve as less important than the things a man wants to achieve or the story that a man has. It's about putting all of the genders on an equal playing field with each other. In order to empower myself during lockdown, I've read a lot, learned a lot about the struggles that other women might be going through, things that I'm not experiencing during lockdown, in order to better understand the women around me and how to empower them when lockdown ends and during lockdown. I've also thought a lot about the future and what we need to be doing as women in order to build a successful future after lockdown. So thinking about my goals, how to achieve those goals, and what the best options are in the future.
Women empowerment for me is to continuously learn, grow, and better myself, not because I'm inadequate or inferior, but because I aspire. And for me, women in women empowerment is plural, which represents a community who supports and empowers each other's individual views on womanhood, whether it may be that you aim to be strong or caring, independent, gentle or brave, each in your own right. And then secondly, how I've been empowering myself in this period is through firstly watching web seminars or podcasts on women that I look up to. I've recently watched 2 documentaries. The one is Becoming from Michelle Obama, who I'm a huge fan of, and then also Unstoppable by Bethany Hamilton. And then secondly, I think a practical way to empower myself is by studying in order to secure the future that I aspire to.
Women empowerment in lockdown. So for me personally, women empowerment has always been about having freedom of choice and having freedom of opportunity. And this means having the freedom to decide exactly what you want to do with your body, with your career, with the kind of future you want to envision, not having any kind of advantages or disadvantages on the basis of your gender.
Yeah, adding on that, I'd just say that for me, it's just women empowerment. We need to be empowered to reach inequality in the workplace.
Yeah. Today, studying engineering, and
people always say, "Oh, what do you think it's going to be like being a woman engineer?" And I'm like, "What?
It shouldn't have to matter.
It shouldn't have to matter."
Yeah. So during lockdown, it's difficult to stay in touch with what's happening, especially if you're not part of conversations in university. But there are some ways that you can stay empowered during lockdown. And one of the ways is to read books written by female authors. They don't have to be non-fictional, they can be fictional. I read this beautiful book now, it's called Landfalls. I would recommend. It's about exploration and how the role of women has actually been ignored in history for a very long time.
Yeah.
And you can also follow Instagram pages like Wake Women Empowerment, which is something started by the SRC. You can go onto Instagram and follow them. That is WAQE Women Empowerment.
Yeah, and just read up. Well, I'm reading up on articles and like keep expanding your knowledge on things that will help you in your dream one day.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Hi Irene, I'm Hannah, and women empowerment means so much to me, just because it's like a little community where young women can come together, and our sole purpose is to uplift one another, be a support structure for one another, and just know that that's a safe space where we can all come and just voice our opinions and just say whatever we need to say. Having that platform where our voices can be heard is so important, especially in this day and age. During lockdown, I've been very lazy, but I've empowered myself by keeping my creative brain going. By this I mean I've been learning a language, learning music. I keep making art every day, or as much as I can. And this keeps me going, and it keeps my mental health quite in check.
G'day Irene. Today I want to share 2 incredible women empowerment quotes with you. The first one from Winnie Madikizela Mandela. If you strike a woman, you strike a rock. And the second from Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of our dreams. I know that these quotes have been true throughout history, and even more so today. I wish for all of our Irene sisters and all of our sisters around the world to pursue our dreams with everything that we've got, supporting each other along the way. For we, as women, have the capability to change the world for the better.
Guys, my name is Ukamba Chekela, and I'm part of the Women Empowerment for 2020. So, what I have derived from the word empowerment means basically to be powerful, to become powerful. It means that you are taking control of your own life and not allowing other people to dictate nor control it.
The first really important thing to note when it comes to empowerment is that it looks completely different for every single person. What makes me feel empowered might be completely different from what makes someone else feel empowered. I think being empowered means doing what is authentic to you and not being undermined for that. I've been focusing on empowerment in this time through reading, music, educating myself about human rights, and in particular women's rights, and also focusing on what I can do every day to make the world just a little bit of a better place during this pandemic.
Women empowerment means to live without any restraint. It means to take up space and be bold. It means to be fully empowered. It means to have confidence, to live passionately, to be abrasive and strong, and to do what you want, when you want, how you want, without receiving any critique from someone who thinks they know what's good for you.
And from my side, I would just like to wish everyone a very good luck with the upcoming exams. Tune in next week, same time, same place, on The Weekly Show with Irene. And remember, it only gets better.